All right, KBF National Championship video. Woof. This will be part one of this video. It'll cover practice day one, day two, and actual day one of the championship. For those that don't know, Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship was held over at Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley and any waterway that connected to it. So you can probably go 2 hours south near Pickwick. You can go about an hour and a half east over to Chattanooga area, and you can go a little bit higher because top of it's in Kentucky and half the rest of the lake is in Tennessee with all the rivers sprinkling around Tennessee. Nonetheless, huge amount of water to wrap my head around. Big shout out to Carolina Kayak Anglers for allowing me to join this ragtag group on the Team Cup. First year, and I just wanted to go out there and at least try to catch one fish. So it turned out decent, and we did all right. I always try not to spoil the video, but we did decent. So I'll let you guys watch the video. Oh, before we get into the video, one thing from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by Authentic Healing Counseling Services. Looking for a therapist to help with treatments for ADHD, PTSD, anger, anxiety, depression, bereavement, or any other mental health services? Schedule a session with Authentic Healing Counseling Services, PLLC, here in Durham, North Carolina, or virtually through headway.co. Kids, teens, adults, seniors, and families are welcome to the services provided by a licensed therapist, clinical social worker with 25 years experience in the field. Flexible scheduling allows you to pick times that work best for you and your loved ones. Mental health is very important. Let Authentic Healing Counseling Services help you. Links in the descriptions below. CarolinaBassCo.com for all your fishing needs. Terminal tackle to cha-cha glides and everything in between. Use code SOLID15 for 15% off your next order at CarolinaBassCo.com. We have made it to Kentucky Lake. Right now we're at the Paris launch. Me and Mr. J-Way fishing over there. Boat is set up. I don't even know the time. It's early. Hold on. It's 7 o'clock here, so it's 8 o'clock back home. We're going to try to see what we can find. I'm probably going to jump a couple launches today. So we're at our next launch. That first one was a wash. Too much wind. We're going to see what it looks like over here. Probably.
This place sounds pretty competitive.
Yeah, this is our third launch, and our other two done well, he was fine.
We got beat up like we stole something.
Yeah, he didn't follow me into the stupidity, but I went. So as you can see, day one practice was pretty rough. Wind was really strong. We started at that Paris Landing Marina, which was very calm. Tried to go over to Gary's Landing. That was all the way across on the other side of the bridge, and winds were probably kicking from 15, 20 miles per hour. Swells started kicking up maybe 2 to 4. It's probably 5 feet on a couple of those. White caps everywhere, so became unsafe. Executive decision, we had to come back. Marina didn't show us any good fish. I did lose one there, and Jeremy did hook up on a really nice sized bluegill, but not enough to keep us there. So moving on, we went over to Antioch Harbor, which you guys saw in that second launch, and wind wasn't as bad. We got there, we fished, looked very promising. Bait was really far off the bank. By really far, I mean like 20, 30 feet off the bank. Gravel, pea gravel bottom, beautiful setup. Very long, elongated curvature on a bank line that led out to a point. I mean, it was killer. I saw a couple other YouTubers that fished their day 2 and day 3 there, and it became successful. And I wholeheartedly understand why. That was a perfect position. But our third launch was Dover, and you guys also saw we met 2 other anglers there. Really nice. Had a funny conversation about who was going to win it, and I picked up a bass literally right there at the launch. It was trying to fight the wind and got caught over there in that little safe area, and I was able to grab it with my hand and show the other anglers. Funny inside story. Nonetheless, that was the Dover launch, and it was really cool because that town right back there had a Radio Shack. We thought it was a real Radio Shack. It was a furniture store Radio Shack, so it just had the signage. Just nostalgia kicked in, and we fished that one. Ran into Guillermo Gonzalez on our first day practicing there, and went to that creek, fished a little bit of it, couldn't find anything. Jeremy hooked up on a bass, a little dink, and we found a lot of carp and drum back there. Came back out and lo and behold, we hit an eddy. I don't have the video footage of it, but we found an eddy right near the launch, and I caught like a 14, 15 incher scoreable. Jeremy followed up and hooked up into maybe like a 17, 18 scoreable, and she shook the hooks, throwing crankbaits. No, I'm not going to try to keep any secrets, but the crankbait bite on that Barkley side of the river was fire. And we kind of just stuck with that and said, hey, let's look in that area and see what we can find, which led us over to Hickman launch, a little bit further downstream from Dover's launch, but I mean not too far. It's Dover's launch. If you come out to the middle of the creek, you can actually see it from Hickman's area. So it was really cool, and the cove was awesome. It was a bowl-shaped cove with an island in there, and we saw a lot of bait, a lot of promise. So Jeremy fished the inside, and then I moved my way out to the outside mouth of the creek. So I'll let you guys watch what we found in a conclusion of Hickman. But yeah.
Raider says, hey Heli. Heli _ Angler says, looks like by Wednesday and Thursday it starts to get back to normal.
Yep. I got hit. Yep, got one.
East Edrum says, hey mods. Is it safe?
That's a scoreable, fatty. Oh, he pooping everywhere too.
Heli _ Angler says, solid the fish whisper. Just bare hands them. Catches massive shad as well.
Yo, you can't make it up. Heli, as much as like it sounds like it's a biased or like, you know, a biased witness, but Jeremy can attest, and you know who else? So I mean if you're good, you're good. You know what I mean? If you're good, you're good. Could I get an add baby LMB in chat real quick for that bassy bass we got on it? I was hoping that was going to be a smallmouth. Sitting right here in this little...
Heli _ Angler says that's Fear's job.
He said that's Fear's job. I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry, Fear. Oh, this wind ain't kosher. I just got my hands wet too. This wind is not kosher. Damn. Got him. Got him. Here we go. Another same size cookie cutter. Your boy might be a river rat, stream. Your boy might be a river rat. Marking it now. 2 is a pattern. We walk away. 2 is definitely a pattern. All right, let's turn around and warm up again. Oh, once again, thanks everybody for the support. Thanks everybody for watching. And I really appreciate the opportunity that you all have given me on these platforms. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So we're gonna mosey down to the spots and I will hit you guys up, turn you back on once we're there. Thanks again. So, literally as I just said, thank you guys, and then I turned off the GoPro. Hey Jeremy, show them what you're working with. What's she lengthen?
19 1/4.
Bing bong, fish on. All right, so based off of practice, you can see we found something like a pattern. The mouth of creek, baits going everywhere in that area. Looking at rocks, that's what we found that second launch. Kind of confirmed everything that we were thinking going into the tournament, or just giving us more security. Once Jeremy caught that 19 1/4 in front of the launch over in Dover, we kind of had a really good idea that this place was going to be consistent and reload with how much bait we saw. Taking that into consideration, our launch is going to be Hickman for day one of the championship. No surprise there, but a little adversity in the beginning. I went down to go sit in my seat at the launch and something was awry. The back right side was loose. Further inspection, we find that the bolt is in there, but there is no washer and or locking nut, nylon locking nut there, and my seat is now broken. Twitch chat to the rescue. Everybody threw out a lot of ideas based off the equipment I had in the boat, and it came out to using some zip ties and a keychain that we bent out and turned into, like, I guess like a metal wrap into the holes that create that hinge for the seat. And we did that, and that worked for about an hour, and then it just blew up. That metal could not withstand the weight of me leaning back, and that was of my own fault. Nonetheless, we do get that fixed later in the day. Once the tournament's over, we stop at a not a Harbor Freight, I cannot remember the name of that store, but they had the hardware that we were able to grab. So all good, but little adversity in the beginning, and uncomfortable because now I couldn't rely on the back of the seat. I had to kind of Nostradamus I had to hunchback throughout the day on the kayak. So small issue, not too big of a deal, won't affect my fishing too badly, but just something that we did have issues with. So once I got all that settled, or as comfortable as I could get, I just pushed straight to the front of the cove, and that's where we really start our day. Okay. That's fish. Nope, don't jump. In my box. First fish in the tournament, national, baby. Let's go. You wanted it too. Let's fucking go. Oh, that's one. He ate it right here at the boat. Come here. Get big. Come here. Let's go. He's in that fucking boat. Black lipped bandit. Here we go. Bass. Stay down, be a bass. Bring you up, Mr. Bass. Okay. Yep, in the net, please. Good job. Thank you, Mr. Bass. You fatty. In a good way, I'm not calling you fat like that. Got another one. Stay low. Oh God, that's a spot. It's dead right there. That has to be it. Yep. I don't think you're gonna make the cut either, big guy. Oh shit, you might be worth measuring. Okay. So I caught the fourth fish around 11 o'clock. Had a little spin out. Couldn't figure out where the fish have gone or where they started biting. Saw a little wildlife of the gopher. And yeah, 30 minutes left on the clock. Clutch bone kicked in. Bing bong fish on. And then yeah, this happened. All right, Gertrude came in 2 minutes after my last. Got a Cole. All right, releasing big girl. Thank you. Okay, I got wet. Bing bong, fish on. All right, so that concludes the video. I am thoroughly sorry I wasn't able to get those last two fish on camera. Both the GoPro filled up, which we're got to upgrade. I'm still getting used to using this GoPro. We had a 128 in there. I'm gonna need a 512 for tournament day. That 256 sounds safe, but 512 is probably gonna get it done. So we'll invest in that, and I do apologize both on the Twitch stream and on the GoPro. Nonetheless, I mean, we thought we fished clean and all the way up to that last like 30 minutes, but behind the scenes, I definitely hooked up on, I think it was about a 14-inch spot, and with my anxiety and spinning out as I previously stated, I tried to boat flip that thing. Yeah, crankbait flew out of its mouth, went straight above my head. That little spot, probably 14 inches, flew to my left, and then I just yelled out the fastest vulgar word I could in that area. The gentleman that was mowing the lawn over at the memorial stopped his lawnmower, leaned out, looked at me if I was okay. I waved him off, and I realized it was a spot, so I got to cast back in there. There should be a couple of more, and I mean, lo and behold, we pulled out that 1225. Which that's the fifth fish. That's all that matters. Getting that fifth fish, and then I just kept throwing that crankbait. Didn't get any bites. I was like, you know what? Kind of got to go for broke. Biggest thing I had on me that matched, what we were trying to do was a spinner bait, and it was that what was it? The QC shad that Queen City was bragging about for Emerald City event. It was a special color. I don't even think it's out with its official name yet. But nonetheless, we threw that, and I mean, it was almost like a perfect timing. There was a barge coming up behind me, and the current coming out of that stream, as you all saw, was probably going maybe like 1.5, 1.2 miles per hour. And when that spinnerbait hit the water, like maybe 2 turns into it, and it just locked up. It just stopped. And normally when I was catching fish that were in there, they were coming out towards me, and I knew something was different because this one was pushing into the creek mouth, into that current. I was like, oh, okay, so something, whatever's happening behind me definitely caused the chain reaction to the fish and how they're eating and moving, because they know that that barge has come through and there's a lot of, I guess, wave pressure coming. I don't know what they feel, but they know that behind me there was a big waves coming. So when that fish took it, it tried to go into the creek, and I just winched her in. She really didn't even have a chance to fight. winched her in, got her on the board. I think I caught her around like, was it 218? Picture in by 220. So we only had like 12, 11, 10 minutes left. Like it was like never give up type of scenario. And I just had a smile on my face. I was ear to ear smiling. Like there was nothing anybody could tell me. I was in cloud nine. But with all that said, I'll post where we finished right here. So as y'all can see, 31st place, I think it's we were with 71 inches. So it was really good. Awesome time on the water. Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's all I can say. I want to give a big thanks to my Twitch supporters who got me here. So take a couple seconds out for them. Heli Angler, thank you so much for getting me out there in Kentucky and Tennessee. Sea thank you so much for getting me up there. Plant Daddy Streams, nothing but great things to say. Thank you guys for believing in me. Ole Dude Gamer, SoggyWonkaCustoms, much appreciated, man. Like I can't express how much it meant knowing that you guys helped me get there. And of course, KM, I'm not going to disclose name because it was an anonymous donation, but I do know I'll give you initials. So I really appreciate it. You guys definitely made that trip a lot easier for me financially. That those donations went to registration and both my Kentucky and Tennessee license, so fishing license. So it was thoroughly needed, and I really thank you all. For anybody who doesn't know, I was running a donation goal on the Twitch stream for $400, and we met that in 2 days, 2.5 days, I think. And not even to let alone, we had a birthday stream, and we also got donated. So SpellShock, thank you also. I mean, indirectly, you helped me get to Kentucky also, so I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys don't know what's happening on YouTube, I know it sounds like I'm doing something different on the other side, but when you guys see those two video overlays that I did in this video, one's the Twitch stream that was running on my chest, and the other was the GoPro from behind me. So like I say in all the videos, if you guys want to see me live, I'm pretty much on every other day, maybe every day, fishing North Carolina lake, pond, a waterway, spillway, so on and so forth. So stop by the Twitch channel, give me a look, see what I'm doing. But on that note, we'll see what happens for day 2. I don't want to spoil it. I mean, if you follow the KBF stuff on my socials, you'll see. But goal, get there. Second goal, make top 100. Third goal, catch a smallie and get J-Way on a smallie. And then if we can do all that, fourth goal is to go for the gold. You know, go try to cut a check. So I'll see you guys in the next video, part 2. Let's see what we do. Later, everybody.